Yep. I know. 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 It's been months. Of course, so much has changed. We're going to talk about that at a different time. But right now, we're here for a very specific reason, right? Okay. Where do I even start? Let me get this right. Hold on. I'm going to record the sound here because I don't have a mic yet. I do have some tea. Why are we inside? Well, we're inside because there is a hawk outside as a nest, right? And she been perched up, like chilling. I'm gonna let her do her thing. I don't want to go back there because she might feel like I am trying, like, find her nest. I don't want no problems. I done also seen a bunch of cardinals, a bunch of blue jays. I even seen a red-headed, not red-headed, haha, a red-headed woodpecker. Right. Let me sip my tea. I'm not even gonna make this initial video long. Simply because I just want to get to the point. The point being, I've been doing a lot in a good way. In a sense of, actually working and getting art made and not just saying, oh, I want to do this or, oh, I need to do this, or I've been doing it, right? So, let me tell y'all a story about what happened. I'm trying not to still be irritated. It's kind of hard to not be irritated simply because the situation's still kind of going on. The situation's definitely still going on because I'm still like letting my bank know why I had to request the money back because, okay, so I had created a project. It was like 7 songs. It was 8 songs, excuse me. Usually I do 4 songs, 1 EP. Not usually, but like, cause I only have 1 EP out. But my plan was to do 4 song EPs, right? Releasing that way. So I had made beats, right? I was back on my making beats back. So I hadn't dropped in a minute, so I had made the beats already. Wrote the songs, did the rough tracks for them, right? Like the raw, like the reference tracks. That's what I'm trying to say. I did the reference tracks for them. Found the studio I wanted to use. Everything checked out. I did some research on it. I didn't see no red flags, Booked the session, and this was like October 21st, 22nd. I said October, I meant August. It's like August 20th, 21st, 22nd, sometime around that time. I booked the date for September 21st, right? So September 21st come around. That morning, I kid you not, I got a flat tire. Like, I woke up, went outside, my tire was flat, and I'm like, oh, frick, I'm irritated. Because it's just like, any day I could have got a flat tire, but the day that I have a session, an 8-hour session booked for something I've been wanting to do, I get a flat tire. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. But I don't let it deter me too much. I let him know, and I'm like, boom, boom, I'll be there this time, because that's what I got going on. He's cool about it. He's like, okay, that's perfect, fine, I understand, stuff happens, just come after. So I'm like, cool. Get there. To me, it went great. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, I don't know. It felt like the space was fire. It was not, I'm gonna put some pictures in. Like, I love the space. I love how everything looked. Like, I was rocking with it. I'm like, okay, cool. I found this place I can actually come use on a regular because it's not far from my house. I'm comfortable here. I could bring other people. I could record. I could do blah, 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 blah. And, pay the second half of the session. Oh, let me rewind a little bit. So I had to pay the initial deposit, which was half. Did that. Paid the second half after the session. Cool. Did that, no problem. Then... what happened after that? I think like a week or 2 that went by. I had texted him about the stuff. He just let me know. This is like when all the flooding and stuff happened too. He's like, oh, the rain, we got kind of flooded out. We're just trying to catch up, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, cool. I understand stuff happens. I'm not tripping. I don't know if their space did get flooded out. And it's a possibility, and the only reason I say that because where it kind of was like backing down a bit. You know, it was like on the main road, so it's a possibility. I didn't trip about it. I was like, cool, stuff happens. I text him again like 2 weeks later, nothing. 2 weeks after that, nothing. Call, nothing. Have somebody else call, nothing. So I invested time and energy into something that meant a lot to me. And I don't want to say everything that went wrong because it wasn't that, but I don't have it. So, however you want to sum that up. It did take a while for me to not, I don't want to say seek revenge, but I don't want to not say seek revenge because I'm human, I gave it up to God though. It took a little while, but I did. And one thing I will say is that, like, going through that did not stop me from wanting to still do music and still put stuff out and still create. It just made me realize, like, okay, you really just need to learn how to do it all yourself as much as possible. Because, like, how I seen it, how my plan was gonna go, it didn't go. Because there's so many details I'm not putting in here just because I'll be sitting here talking forever. But I had recorded it in September. The 8 songs. It was 7 songs. It was 8. I recorded the songs early because I had a listening party in November planned that someone came to me about doing. So it was just like, it was very frustrating. It still is frustrating. It's something I am very, like, I don't say nervous about because I don't put that energy out, but something I'm very kind of just like, side-eyeing about is the fact that, like, he has all the files and everything and went MIA. So I'm just like, alright, I would not be very happy if I'm going somewhere randomly and hear one of the songs I made out by somebody that's not me, knowing this whole situation happened. Do I have video of this stuff recorded? Yeah. Not all of it, but enough to show evidence. But it's still just like... So, what I'm going to do is just put it out as is. Like, I just dropped the project called As Is. Had to do that because I didn't get those files back from that studio set. That's a whole other story. We're not talking about that one. But how it feel right now, it feel like when Mariah Carey said she's doing the best I can with what I got, I felt that. Because it's just like, I kept making more stuff. So my heart and mind and intention is not 100% on this project anymore, simply because in my mind, I had checked it off the list already because I did everything I was supposed to do on my end. I just didn't get what was promised fulfilled. And that, like, as an artist, it's very, 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 like, frustrating. It let me down, but at the same time, it motivated me. So I think that's why I really just want to, like, put it out, because art is subjective. Like, granted, it could sound way better if it blah, 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 but who gives a fuck? That's just how I feel right now. I'm also wanting to create a community that feels like home. You get what I'm saying? So basically, like, when you listen to it, what it's gonna feel like you was sitting there with me while I was recording it. Because, like, it's that raw. Like, it's not like no filters, it ain't no none of that. It's none of that. It's just me putting the headphones on, plugging in my USB mic, hitting record, reading the lyrics. And I like that. Because I listened to the songs after not listening to them for like a month because I was just like, I was over it and I was just listening to the new stuff I made, but I was just like, nah. this shit's hard. Like, I really did really well. First of all, I made the beats. Let's start there. Piece some shits together like a fucking puzzle. So there's that aspect. Then it's also the aspect of me writing the songs and then layering the songs and putting. It's like, it's a whole process. Look, I'm not perfect. I've never said I was perfect. I don't try to be perfect. I would much rather just create an experience. So that's what I'm doing. Plus, my name is liberated for a reason. That means to be free from all social conforms. Yeah, I know how it's supposed to be done, but if I don't want to do that, I'm not doing it. If I don't want to do that, I'm not doing it. So, like, let me sip my tea. Give me a second. Ginger tea is so refreshing. Back to this though. So yeah, I'm very excited to like keep making music and keep making art and just keep like creating. And so many other like little avenues that I have interest in that I have walked down a bit, but I want to go back down that road more. So I'm excited. And I'm human. I love when people give me feedback on stuff. Like, to be quite honest, I had did 4 songs. Was it 4 or 5? It might have been 4 or 5 songs. And I let one of my homegirls hear it. And what she told me literally motivated me to go back, and I made the other 3. So that's why it was 8 songs. And I'm just like, oh, nah. My whole purpose of doing this and the things that I find important are being relayed back to me without me having to say that. So I said, oh, okay. We about to keep doing this. So yeah, I'm about to shoot the cover, put it online, edit this video, drop the password, because it's also going to be a password that's attached to it, simply because I don't want it just to be out all willy-nilly just for anybody to find it. I want it to be initial first. So if you go and listen, it's because you want to go and listen. You know, everything just has intention with me. It always has, it always will. I've tried not to be so intentional with things, but it don't feel right. I was considering eventually, like, you know, releasing it on streaming services, but that's not my, like, main focus right now. Right now is me finding those who it interests and going from there. Kind of like a blind take in a sense, because you don't really know what you like expect to hear or anything or where it's going. However, if you trust me enough and give me that, little 20, 25 minutes of your time to really indulge, I feel like you're for sure going to see the benefit in it. And like I said, I want people to connect to it. So like when they hear stuff that I actually go in different studios and is professionally mixed and mastered and engineered and all that, you'll be able to hear the difference, but you're still going to feel so connected, because it's like, nah, I feel that sounds amazing, but like that raw shit is there, bro. Like it, like I said in the video, very, very sushi right now. You're real raw with this shit. It's just no gimmicks. Never been a gimmicky type of gal. So like, yeah. I can't even say I hope you enjoy it, because I know you're going to enjoy it. I hope you're taking care of yourself. I hope you're drinking your water. I hope you're putting yourself first. I hope you're prioritizing self and all your needs and what you got going on. Fill everybody's cup with everything that runs over from yours, not from your cup. I'm going to say it again. You fill everybody around you from what runs over your cup, not from what's in it. I mean, you could do what you want, but you heard that message for a reason. But, you know. What do I know? What do I know? Oh, yeah. Here's the password.